I will start recording. I'll go ahead and share my screen. All right, you're welcome to this section. This should be section 10 or 9 or so. So let me go ahead and open my code. This is what I've been doing throughout, not throughout today, since this evening. So I use chatbots to generate the code, but I had to do some changes. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the output of this. This is the output. I did only header, and this is the output of my header, and I added transition and animation. So this is it. I'm not yet done with I need it to be more techy. You understand? As a tech guy, anybody that open my portfolio, he should see it more like a tech guy's portfolio. It's more, attractive. Something that would be like, wow. So that is just it. This is what I've done so far. I added my image and I used black as the background color, and I put my name here, Ibrahim Abdullahi. And I put whoever I am. I am a founder and CEO of TechPods Digital Enterprise. I put is very little, a seasoned software developer. You just put a caption about yourself, and I added the WhatsApp button. So anybody that would want to contact me, just click on this and it will take you to WhatsApp through your phone. So I think I'll add two buttons here. And instead of using WhatsApp button like this, I think I will use an image, a WhatsApp logo image. I will put it here. I'll put the WhatsApp logo image. I'll put my email. I'll put email image, email logo, Gmail or Yahoo Mail. I'll put it here. I'll put maybe LinkedIn. So anybody that wants to contact me through any means he or she wish. Not everybody might want to contact you through WhatsApp. Some people might want to send an email. Some people might want to, so this is my personal, just the header. I've not done anything yet. And okay, as for the TechPods company's websites, so there are two different things. This will be my own personal website, and I will have my own TechPods, my company's website. So moving on, Rabiat Ibrahim, did you do anything today? Because I didn't. Okay, based on should I say experts? So you might be claiming experts. You've done everything, so you don't have issue because so far you've not reached out to me to fix anything or to do anything for you. So I believe you are good. You are very good. So, and as for Favor, I don't even think you are following up the recordings. I am very sure. I'm 90% sure you are not following up the recordings. Because me, I know. You guys, people will
Ah, how do you know?
I know, I'm very sure. Because it will be something like I will follow up. And I will try and go through. You self know now. You self know now. Even during school days, school life, if you just gather PDFs on your phone or pictures, you won't follow them up until exam comes. And now there's no any exam. So when will you? And you'll be busy with other things. I'm very sure. So there are some things you don't even need to tell people. Tell me. I know. So Favor, do you follow up anyone?
I've been trying, but
Okay.
I'm following up slowly. So I are just dropping videos. I'm like, it's just the whole so many things. I just really have so many things to do right now. So
Yeah, it's piling up.
but
It's
when you get
piling up.
the exam, thank you for the videos because I can always need to follow up.
All right, all right, all right. No problem. I just hope you find your way because it's not easy.
Ah, you are here now. You are a DM away and a call away. So
All right, no problem. You can always DM me. So
yeah.
Rabiat Ibrahim, back to you. Any issue?
For now, I don't have
Okay, for now, no issues. Now it's very nice. And uh Rabia, any issue?
no.
All right, all right. So let's continue with this. So today, tomorrow is break for us. There will be no class tomorrow. So on Monday, I would want to see something like this from you guys. So now I will read the code. We'll go through my CSS code. If we go through my CSS code, on Monday, I want to see something like this from you guys. And even more, shock me with more. You understand? So let's go to ChatGPT. I used ChatGPT, but I discovered ChatGPT is a very crazy engine. It's a very crazy engine. I had to do a lot more of other codings. I have to put, which app consumes too much data? ChatGPT or which one? Or Zoom? VS Code. I don't understand. You can use VS Code offline, one. You can, and I don't understand how is VS Code consuming your data. Don't think,
Maybe it's my laptop. I don't know. But whenever I open hotspots,
okay.
my data will just finish.
Whenever you open hotspot, do you use MTN?
Yes. No, Airtel.
You use Airtel.
Yes.
Wait, have you tried using VS Code without hotspot? You don't need hotspot to use VS Code. You don't need data to use VS Code.
No. Okay. I've never tried.
You don't need, that's why I said VS Code, it's not from VS Code.
Okay.
And you are using Windows
8.
8. Windows
Yes.
8 doesn't update itself by itself. There's
And
definitely
what?
a problem somewhere. Okay, you say
Okay.
it's you can be using your system fine, but once you open VS Code, it will consume your data.
No, I'm not sure if it's a VS Code.
Okay.
Well, when I'm using my laptop, so I don't know.
Okay. Have you tried this my step? Have you tried this guy here? This thing I always do.
No.
Okay. So what you will do now is, but I know Windows 8. I don't know, maybe now it's consumes data. Are you using 8.1 or ordinary 8, or you don't know?
I don't know.
All right. Now, if
Does
you,
she meter her connection? Like once you just put on your hotspot, you should meter your connection, like the device you're using to bring in internet connection to your system. Because sometimes systems like this, they'll just be downloading different things with somebody's data. Once that's paying Wi-Fi.
yes,
Okay.
that's for Windows 10. That's for Windows 10.
Mm.
Windows 8 don't,
Uh,
Windows 8 don't do that. But I don't know, maybe now they are doing it, because for over 4 to 5 years I've not used Windows 8. So I will give you the solution. Once you connect your hotspots, just sharply go to run command. Can you open run? This box
Yes.
here. Good. So when you come to this run command, you type services.msc,
Mm.
right? So once you type services.msc, you hit on OK. So you must not tamper with anything here, please. Just go straight to what brought you here. So you go straight to Windows updates. This Windows updates, stopping this update, just put it on disable, or still leave it on the manual or the disable. Then you click on this stop. Once you click on stop, you
Okay.
click on OK. If you click on OK, you are fine. Anything updating anywhere from any angle, it will just stop. Any app downloading in the background, anything, it will just stop. Anything consuming your data will stop. All right.
Okay.
There are other things that are running. You will see them. So please just face your front. Don't touch anybody here. If not, you will just have to close your system and don't know what is wrong with it. So as for me, and anytime you on your
Okay.
system, you must do that because it activates itself by itself. It's a very crazy
Okay.
something. So as for me, I even keep it, I just minimize it because anytime I go check at times, I'll just see that it has come up again. So I'll stop it again.
Okay.
So yeah, do that. Be trying that. If it
Okay, okay,
goes, then you find another way.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank.
Right. So today ChatGPT gave me a lot of codes. Let me see. And even while I was coding, I had issue. I just have to copy the whole code and tell ChatGPT, look at it. This is my code below. Make it more techy and add transition and animation to the image and write-ups and buttons. So I pasted the code. I pasted the code in double quotes. As you can see, there is this quote here before the doc type. So I put it there after finish pasting the code, and I also put the code again. So meaning the code is in quotes. So it's added this guys here. Transition, it's add this guy, added this guy, added these guys. That's something I can actually sit and do, but it will be a waste of time. And if you are coding, you need to be coding, trying, doing this, doing that. So let me see how I even started with the code. So this is where I started with the code. Okay, well, since before today, if you remember, yesterday I showed you these things. So what I will do now on this my website is after this header, I'll just leave this header here like this for now. But at the top here, I'll put some menus like about me, contact me, and blog. So these are the 3 menus I want to put here. So after this heading, below, if you see, once I hover on it, if I hover on it, you will see that it grows. So that's the transition. So once I take away the mouse from there, you will see that it goes back. I even added something. I added background image. If I hover on it, I just turn the code to comment, because I want to see what it will look like without the background image. This is where I added the background image. So let me remove the comments. I will just go ahead and remove this slash and hash. Also remove this hash and slash. Now it's a code again. So if I save it, I go back and refresh. Once I hover on it, you'll see that a background image will appear, as you can see. But I'm thinking of a way to make it techy, to make it more techy. So I need to add some kind of things and some kind of features. So when I did this, I just felt this is not even fine. It's not really okay by me. This is actually, the background is a code for database, and I can see that they use JSON and maybe PHP. So it's a code for database. So it's a picture I added on the folder I was working on. So once I hover on it, it will just appear. But I don't really like it, and I think I will even remove it. Or I can just make it a comment, or anytime I wish, I can come change the image. I actually make it a comment because I want to change the image anytime I am ready. So I'll just make it a comment back anytime I'm ready. Anytime I'm ready, I'll change the image. So as you can see, that is actually how to add image. So let's go up and read this code. So first of all, remember I go do the coding, like just building the bricks first before you come back and paint the house. So let's build the bricks first. First of all, I opened a tag called header, and I created a div called, I give it an ID. The ID is up, up. So that's the name of the div. Then in the div, look at where the div ended. So the div only started from this Ibrahim Abdullahi to my button, my WhatsApp button. So the image is not in the div. If you see something, let me show you something real quick. Let me Control Z. Okay, wait. I've not refreshed it. So if I hover here, you will see that this is a container carrying Ibrahim Abdullahi and the old caption with the WhatsApp button. So that is the div. This black container, this rectangular container, that is the div. So I just put, the div is like a container, and I put these guys in it. Because if I want to move these guys all together, I'll just go to my I'll just go to my style sheet and call out for the div, then I will move them to anywhere I want to. From here now, I can take them down, I can take them to left, I can take them to right. So that is the div. As the div I call up, right? So after that, I close the div and I create image. And I added my image, sorry. Then that's all. Now let's go back to our style sheet. Let's style our work. So this is something you should just cram, in fact. It is something you should know. If you want to start styling your body, you must set the margin 0, the padding 0, the font family can be Arial, can be Algeria, can be whatever, and sans serif. So if you connect, or you can go copy a link online, paste here. The font family doesn't really matter, but I will send you a font file for Font Awesome. So if you are working, just copy the Font Awesome and put the folder in your project folder. It's a folder with a lot of things. Rabia, do you still have it? No, I'm very sure she will say no.
I have
You have Font Awesome.
me or the other Raji.
Hmm?
Me or the other Raji.
I'm not hearing you.
I said, are you referring to me or the other Raji?
Gaskia, I can't even hear you clearly. Your voice is so low. Maybe you use the chat box.
She said, are you referring to her or the other Rabia?
Oh, okay, because I say Rabia. Okay, to Rabi, do you still have the Font Awesome? I'm referring to you, of course. So let's move on. Head after this body, I know you won't have it. After this body styling, then the head. You remember we open a tag, a head tag. This tag, this is it. So this head is the one carrying everybody, both the div, both the image, both the captions. So we want to style the head itself, the whole div itself. So this is where we start. Position absolute. Position absolute. Text align, center. Let me see if I remove this position absolute here. Let me see what will happen to our code. This is how you learn coding now. You'll be removing, you'll be putting back, and you'll be seeing the effects. Now I refresh. So even though I refresh, nothing really happened. But if I say relative, so it really has no effect on our code. But there is actually effect. You won't understand. I understand. Position, relative. I understand, and I will show you what happened. Still, even with the relative, with the absolute, nothing really happened. But something actually happened. Let me quickly show you. Let me open my Microsoft Word and show you what happened. So I'll go ahead and leave my work as absolute. Nothing really happened because I have only one header here, there, and nobody is competing with my header. So text align, center. This text align center, I was supposed to remove it, but I'll just leave it there. It actually has no effect there because there is what should I say? The header container actually have no text in it. It's only an image and another container, right? So background color, this is where I added the background color green, black, sorry. If I put red now, so if I save it and view it, background color will be red. So, and as you can see, this my image, and this is one thing I forgot to change. This my image, it's also in a container, and as you can see, the container is black. So the container itself, I will have to shrink the container to be equal to the size of the image. So how do I do that? what I will do is let's go and see how to fix that. First of all, or let's wait, if we get there, we'll fix that. So as you can see, this is this is, where was I? Here, right? So this meeting will end in 10 minutes. Once it ends, we wait for 8 minutes and we continue from where we stop. Sorry, where was I? Here, okay, background color black. Width. This width, 100%. The width is the horizontal orientation of the header. Let's assume I turn the width to, the width is the horizontal presentation of the header. Let's see what it means. Let me make the width 50. Let me make the width 50%. Aha, now you can see I've made it 50%. So it's not, now it's half of the screen. Now it's half of the screen. Good. Now there will be no need to even show you what position relative and position absolute means. Now, this is absolute position. Anywhere the width shrink to, the everything in the header, anywhere the position shrinks to, the what is in the header, what is in the container will shrink with it along. If I turn that position to relative, now these guys will still remain here. My image will still remain here, and my writing will still remain in the middle. They will allow the background to shrink on its own, to go its way. But the position is absolute. Anywhere you go, we go with you. I believe you understand that now. There will be no need for long explanation. So the width is the horizontal orientation of this container. And as you can see, I've shrunk it to 50. So it's slash the system and it's now halfway. So I'll make it back to 100. Is it 100 or 150? 100. Save my work. Now I have something like this. That's very good. So moving on, overflow hidden, that this actually doesn't really mean anything here. The ChatGPT added it. I don't really need it for now. I might be coding and later need it, but for now I don't need it. But always set your overflow hidden, please. It's very important. So we are done with the header container. Now in the header container, we have an image. So we call header and we call image. Before you call the image, because it's in the header container, as you can see, this is header and we have image in header. So we call header first, then we call image. Now everything we'll do here, every styling we'll do here, it will affect this image, not the header. This is like a passage. This is like a passage. If you remember how, if we have a picture in a folder and the folder in another folder, so you have to call it the folder first before you call the picture. So that's what I do here. So this is the passage header, then you locate image. So first of all, first thing I do is set the mask width to be 20%. The height should be automatic. Automatic means it will move with this header, to move along with this header, with the position of this header. So float right. Float right means it will be at the right hand side. If I say left, it will go back to the other hand side. Let's see. Float left. 7 I1. As you can see, it has float to left. So float right, please. Now save. Then padding right, 150 px. Please, this padding right, 150 px. Please, this is the padding. This space. If you remember, I want to shrink. If you remember, this picture itself, it's in a container. So now, this is where the problem comes from. Because when I put that red color, you will see that there are still some blacks here. Because the background of the container where this image is black. and there is a space here because that space occurs because I set the padding at the right hand side to be 150px. So I'll just go ahead and remove it totally. I don't want to see it. I've removed it, but now there's no space, and I want this image to come inside. I've removed it, and there's no space. And at the top too, I guess there is another space. There is a space here at the top. So I'll just go padding top 50px. I'll remove that one too. So I've removed that one too. Now we'll save first. Then I will refresh. Aha. So now I have my image in its container. Fit in the container, there's no space. But I want the image to come inside, and I needed that space. I really want that space. Now, instead of padding, I will use margin. Padding move only the image away from in the container, but I think margin will move the container itself. So let's try margin. Let's say margin. Let's try margin top first. 50px. Let's save that and let's refresh. Aha. Now this moves the container and the picture itself. It didn't move the picture alone without the container. If you didn't get this, let me show you a good example. First of all, let's try margin right. Let's try the margin right. 150px, right? Aha, this is lovely. This is what I want. Now, let me show you the difference between the padding now. I believe you understand the difference between padding and margin. If you don't understand, let me explain a lot again now. Look at this, look at the corners. This is what we call the border radius. This is what we call the radius of the border. The border is, border line, right? The border, the ending, the line here. So that's the border. But as you can see, it's kind of curved. So that's what we call the border radius. It's curved. If you do mathematics, you understand this. So it's curved. So that's what we call border radius. So let me show you difference between the margin and the padding. Like I said, margin is moving the whole container. Let me even give you a good example. Let's say, like I use a land as an example. If you have a land and you want to build a house in the land, so if you are using padding to give a space, now you are giving a space in the land. If you are using margin to give a space, you are moving the whole land from the space it is before. You understand? I believe you understand that. Padding is that little space between your gates and your main building where you park your car. So it's just like padding. That's the space of padding. And margin is the whole land you are moving totally. All right. I believe you understand that. So what again do we have ahead? Border radius. This is the border radius. I set the border radius to be 15. So I can change the border radius. Border radius is where you make your picture curve. If you want it to be, if I want this picture to be in circular form now, I'll just increase my border radius. Now this border radius is at 15. Let's make it 50, and you will see that I'll have a cycle here. But because the picture it's on landscape, you need to make sure the picture is 4 corner, so you have a cycle. If the picture is not 4 corner, you won't have a cycle. You will just have something. So let's do it. Let's see. This won't give us a complete cycle. It will be like an egg shape. Let's refresh and see. It's not even up to the egg shape, but as you can see, the border radius is even more curved than the other one. So I even like it like this. You can increase this to 100. Let's see, 100%. 400 px. Let's see what it will look like. Aha, you can keep going like that, keep going, keep going. If you can put 500 px. Let's see if we have that